Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you the 4 paper cutters that I use in my stationery business, and I'm going to show you the advantages and disadvantages of every single one of them. Before we jump in, if you don't know me, my name is Nunu and I've been selling online for 10 years. In the last 5 years, I made $5 million on Etsy alone, and now recently I teach people how to make stationery or digital art and sell it on Etsy or on their online store. So before further ado, let's dive in. We are going to start with the cheapest, most affordable paper cutter, and this is the sliding one. So there's a $8 one on Amazon that I recommend if you're just starting, and this one is a little more expensive with Fiskars. I started my first stationery business with this paper cutter for, not this one, but the cheaper one for $8, and I was cutting every single page of my planners and my notebooks with this one because I couldn't afford a bigger one. So if you cannot afford expensive cutter right now, the ones that I'm going to show you later in this video, this paper cutter is going to help you with a lot of projects. It is going to be a little more time consuming. When you start making money with your stationery products or your paper products, and if you want to save time and money, then you can invest in a more expensive, easier to use paper cutter. But if you're just starting, this is perfectly fine. And this is how we use it. In case you don't know, I'm going to show you how. So what you basically do, you get a paper and you place it inside your paper cutter and you lean it on this line. What you basically do is you slide this, cuts the paper. Let's do another one. You align it right in the center of the knife, right here, and then you just go. And then you just cut it, and it's very straight and very accurate. So my students and I like to call this paper cutter Tier 1 paper cutter, and I'm going to leave a link to all of the paper cutters that I'm going to show you today under this video. So make sure to grab that PDF. So this is Tier 1. So after I grew my stationery business and I was getting enough orders that I was able to afford a better cutter, I invested in this cutter. This cutter might be like 6-7 years old, and this is probably my second one. So this one is a little better because it cuts more than one page at a time. It's easier because you just bring this arm down. You can cut more pages with it, and it is easier to set up, and it's harder to make mistakes with it. All you do is you place your paper here. You make sure this is touching this corner. There's a ruler here that helps you cut the pages the same size every time. You align the line of where you want to cut it right under the knife, and you just simply bring this down and it cuts it perfectly. And when the knife is fresh and new, it can cut up to 5 or 10 pages depending on the thickness of the paper. So here's what I recommend to beginners. If you can afford this one, don't buy this one, Tier 1. Instead, start with this cutter. Now, even though I have this one, this is the one that I use the most often. If I'm making a bookmark or just a single page or a thank you card, this is the one that I use the most. So if you can afford this, I recommend starting with this because you are eventually going to grow out of this. So the next one is one of my students' favorite. So let's look at that one. Paper cutter number 3 is going to be our guillotine. And this one can cut up to 50, 100, or even 150 pages at a time, which makes it perfect if you are making notepads, sticky notes, planners, coloring books, if you are cutting a bunch of paper at the same time. I don't recommend this one if you're only cutting 1 or 2 pages at a time. I recommend this one if you're cutting stacks of paper at once. There are a few things you need to pay attention to. When you buy this cutter, you need to make sure you put the paper down with this arm tight, because when the knife comes down, you don't want your pages to move and make your cut crooked. Remember, even a little bit, even 1 millimeter of a movement when you're cutting your paper is going to look like you messed up the whole notepad. So you have to be very careful. Number 2, I hear a lot of people doing everything right, but the paper cutter is still not cutting it straight. That exact same issue happened to me. So I returned that one and I got a new one, and this one works perfectly. So if you're doing everything you can, but the paper cutter is still not cutting it right, right, then you might need to return this cutter, get a new one, or contact the manufacturer and see if they have a solution for that. And I'm going to quickly show you how this cutter works. So you see how this side is shorter than this side. I'm going to cut the notepad and adjust it so it is exactly the same size. This is the knife. You lift the knife. First thing I want you to pay attention to is when you put your notepad down, make sure the top is touching here perfectly and there's not a single spot. If you put the notepad like this or a little crooked, then it is going to cut it crooked. Number two, do you see how the knife is leaving a mark here? That is where the knife comes down. So how much you want to cut it, however you want to cut it, you're going to put it right on that line. I'm going to put that one and I'm going to stack this one here. So once I'm sure that this notepad is touching all the way there and it is right under my knife where I want to cut it, I'm going to bring this arm down and I'm going to make it as tight as possible, because again, you don't want your pages to move even a little bit. Then I'm going to make sure if my pages are touching here perfectly, which they are, there is not a single gap here. It looks like there's a gap, but that's just a shade. Then all I have to do is just bring my knife down. And as you can see, it cuts it perfectly, even if it's really thin. Then I'm going to unlock the arm, get my notepads out. So I cut this side, and as you can see, it's perfectly straight. When you're making stationery and when there are these lines on your stationery, cutting a straight line is going to be even more important because it has to look perfect. So here we go. This is a beautiful, cute little notepad. And the last one, and this is my favorite cutter. And it took me 10 years to get my hands on this thing. So do not start your stationery business with this electronic cutter because this one is very expensive. It's like $1,000. But if you're serious about it and you're like, I don't care, I want to do this right, I already have money, I have money saved, then I really recommend this machine. If I'm cutting anything that is more than 20-30 pages, this is my go-to because it's so easy to use, it's super accurate, and it cuts the pages really good. So here's how you use this one. There's a button here and you turn it on, and when you turn it on, the block inside of it adjusts itself. This number here is in millimeters. So if I make this 120, it adjusts the block in there to cut it in this size. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to cut a stack of these 3 notepads that I already messed up. So just going to show you for this project. So these notepads are pretty tiny right now. I think they're like 60 millimeters on one side. So I'm going to bring it all the way here. Yeah, let's just cut it like this. And when you push it, you can see it doesn't go anywhere because the block inside the machine is holding it. If I want to cut it more on this flowers, I'm going to make this number larger. So let's do it 0.80. So now you see where the laser is? My favorite thing about this cutter is that it is going to cut it where the laser is showing you. So I want to bring it a little more forward. So I'm going to make this 0.78. But for the fun of this video, I'm going to cut it a little more. So I'm going to do it 0.74. Okay. Another thing I really like about this machine is that it is very safe to use. So you don't accidentally cut your fingers. So you press this button. And then you have to hold down these 2 buttons in order for the knife to come down. And here we go. As you can see, it easily cut these notepads all at once, and it's very accurate. My favorite setup for my stationery business right now is this guy to cut stacks of paper, and the tier 2 that I showed you, my oldest cutter with the arm that comes down. So far, if you learned something new today and if you liked my video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can keep making free tutorials and I can give free business advice online. So my favorite stationery setup for my business is the tier 4 cutter, the electric cutter, and this cutter for my smaller project. But if you are just starting and if you don't have the budget, I ran my first stationery business for months with just this cutter. Okay, do not go and get the electric cutter or this cutter when you're first starting. Try and sell things first, save some money, because you might not like your business. I always knew that I was going to like stationery because I was obsessed with stationery, so it wasn't a problem for me. So when you're just first starting, do not start with the most expensive. Instead, just build up to that as you get more orders and as you are spending more time on your projects. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Again, I'm going to leave a link under this YouTube video where I'm going to link all of these cutters that I use in my business. And I hope you choose the right cutter, because cutting paper is one of the most annoying parts of owning a stationery business, because you worked so hard to get a design and you're about to cut it and you mess up and you waste so much paper. So I hope you find the right cutter for your stationery business. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.